Hello peeps and welcome back to Age of Engineering. If I've determined, if nothing else, I am never going to want for sand or cactus, because the plains that I chose to make my base in here is pretty much surrounded by desert. So yeah, never gonna have to worry about running out of that. Off camera though, I did find a couple of good clay spawns, and I picked up quite a few stacks of sand. Since it's frickin' everywhere, I figured I might as well. I'm gonna need it for glass and such anyway. And I picked up a few stacks of gravel, but I'm kind of just taking a real quick look around to see if I can find some more gravel before I head home. There's some tin. I'm gonna go ahead and grab that while I see it, because bronze is a thing. And it is a pretty good tool metal early. So, I need to find at least a little bit more gravel, I think. Never gonna have to worry about sheep. I found some cows out there too. I didn't bother to grab them, but they're out there. And I've got plenty of canola, and I've got the village to raid for food if I really need it, but I do probably want to get a farm going at some point soon. And, as much as I really don't want to, I probably should get started on bees soon too. I hate bees. But, the earlier you get started on them, the less time you have to waste, so what's it take to make a scoop? Okay, the scoop is the same. What about the bee house? Bee house is really easy. Now, what about an aviary? Apiary, rather. Okay, those are slabs. Fireproof slabs. How do you make fireproof wood? Oh crap, you have to put refractory wax around it. And a thermionic fabricator. That's the trick, okay. Yeah, I didn't look at the bees yet, but I know it's something I'm going to have to deal with sooner or later. And I'd rather deal with it sooner, because the sooner I get it started, the more time I'll have before I get to a point where I really need them. And I'll have a chance to actually... Oh, there's a slime island up there. I'm pretty sure I saw that and just didn't comment on it before. But now I just took notice of it, because it's pretty blatantly obvious on my minimap. Oh, hi. Oh, hi. You can stay down there. I don't want anything to do with you. I don't need ender pearls yet. I do need industrial hemp seeds, though. And coffee. Alright, so, this episode, once I get home, why am I walking? We are going to start this episode by making, first of all, a bunch of blocks of clay. Wasn't joking when I said I got a lot of it. That's going to give me enough for 4 stacks of grout. And I should have some more cobblestone in here. I don't have quite enough, but now I do. So I'm going to make a total of 3 more furnaces. That way I can get all of this going at the same time. Now, here's the downside. I don't have enough coal to power all this. You can't just burn wood. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to toss the grout in. And as I get... Or can you burn wood? Maybe you can burn wood. I don't know, I'll find out in a minute. So if you can burn wood, I can just go on a wood chopping trip. Although, coal is more efficient for this purpose. So what I'll do is I'll just toss that in there, and I'll just toss you in there also. And we'll let that start cooking. And in the meantime, I'm going to toss all of this crap away. I am going to need to get some more organization going in here pronto because I'm already having inventory issues. Let's go chop down a few more trees. Give me some more wood, some more saplings, and maybe a couple apples. Now, one thing that I did notice that I haven't seen yet is an IC2 rubber tree. And I'm starting to get a little bit concerned about the fact that I haven't seen any yet. Because they are necessary to get past the early game. I may have to go on an exploration mission to see if I can find them. They do normally spawn in plains or in forest biomes, especially forest hills. You'll normally find a couple of them anyway. So maybe if I actually go explore this a little more, I'll get lucky and I'll find one. And then if I break the leaves, I might get lucky and be able to propagate it. But I'm not seeing the telltale leaf patterns, so I may be out of luck here. Yeah, I'm not seeing any. Not seeing any rubber trees. There is another section over here I didn't check that yet though, so maybe there'll be some over here. Because if I don't find any rubber trees, I'm going to have to go on an exploration very early. I need rubber trees in order to progress. Like, it's not all there, thank goodness. Pretty sure I just heard a wolf. Okay, I got one rubber tree sapling. That's good. If I could get a second one, that'd be amazing. This was a tall rubber tree, so the odds of me getting a couple of saplings out of it are pretty good. Nope, just one. Okay, it's got two sap things on it though, so that's good. I'm going to bookmark this. Because that way I'll know where to come back to in order to get rubber. Oh, it's already sunset, holy crap. Okay, let's finish exploring through here and see if I can find another one. And if not, which it's looking like it's not. Nope. One lonely little rubber tree. Grafter. What does the grafter take? Bronze and sticks. Because the grafter should give me a 100% drop rate on saplings. I don't know if it works on IC2 saplings, though, is the problem. So, I don't want to go to spawn. Go to my home. And we'll walk out the front door and plant my sapling. For now, I'm just going to put it right here. Not that sapling. That sapling. We'll just let that grow. I'm not in any hurry for it, so I just wanted to get a rubber supply secured. Okay. Next order of business. is going to be a few more chests. Can I do this? Yes. Put that up there, and we'll do like that. And hopefully, by the time these get too full, I will have the ability to do something about this and make it a little bit nicer. For the moment, I need to do some mining. But we're going to use the mining multi-tool instead of going mining regularly, which means I am going to need a few stone bricks, which means I need to mine a few pieces of cobblestone. I think it takes 12 technically. But I'm going to do 16 just because it's a nice even number. And it's also what 2 pieces of coal will get me. I guess I'll wait for this grout to finish cooking. And then I'll pop the cobblestone in here and I'll get that cooking in here. We'll just add that grout to that. Toss the seared bricks in there. And, let's see, what am I going to need for this? I know I'm going to need a few sticks. I'm going to need a piece of flint. And I will need a few more pieces of cobblestone for this, so just come over here and we'll just knock a piece out of here. Ooh, tin. How's my lighting looking? We're looking pretty good. Okay, there's a few more cobble. We need a pickaxe with a stick under it, a piece of flint, and a couple of pieces of cobblestone to get you the mining multi-tool. Now, I don't know that the mining multi-tool really serves a use for mining because it seems to be pretty crap tier on everything. But it does let you turn stone bricks into portal frames. And the portal frames can be set up just like a regular old nether portal. And disco. You can leave the bottom corners that are buried here. They don't have to be. It's just like a regular nether portal. You only really require 10 pieces. But, use the mining multi-tool on that, and now I have a portal. To use the portal, you have to sneak through it. So that's exactly what we're going to do. I'm going to grab some sticks, keep the sword, keep you. I'm going to want my torches, whatever the hell I did with them. There you are. And we'll go through the portal to the mining world, which, as usual, is flat terrain, and it's always day. However, it doesn't necessarily spawn you on the surface. For example, right here, or spawn me under the surface. I'm not far under the surface, but... getting a little bit of client desync here. World's loading. Yep, client desync, because it's just loading the dimension for the first time. It'll probably do this for a few minutes. Might actually be worth me going back to the overworld and doing this off camera. Yeah, I'm getting too much desync here. I'm going to go back through the normal world. And I'll just do a branch mine. It did get me 12 more coal, which I'm going to use to make torches to support my mining effort. I'm also going to take the peridot that I got, or the sapphires rather, and I'm going to make a sapphire pick. And let's see, where do I want to put this? I think I'm just going to dig down right here. Osmium ore. That's from a mod I'm not going to be able to touch for about a year and a half. Mechanism is pretty late game in this pack, if I remember correctly. Bauxite, which is necessary because that's my source of aluminum. Is it aluminum or aluminium in this pack? Well, forestry calls it aluminium. Modern metals calls it aluminum. Immersive engineering calls it aluminium. Chisel calls it aluminum. Tech Reborn calls it aluminium. So, I mean, it's interchangeable, but Modern Metals calls it aluminum. So, yeah, depending on who you talk to, it's either aluminum or aluminium. So does quartz. Not that applied energistics is going to happen anytime this century either. I'm always torn when I first start these series whether I want to do branch mines or whether I want to do elevators, or stairways down, or whether I want to do elevators. Elevators are so much faster, but the nice advantage to doing a stairway is that if I need something that's on a certain Y level, then I can just go down to that Y level and start a stairway off. Oh, hi. Well then, there's sapphires down there and I want them real bad. I'd rather not putz around too much down here, especially since there is a spider down there. So we'll forget we saw that for now. Oh, silver. Nice. Feels so weird to actually be mining again. I'm so used to Project Ozone 2, and it's, oh, you have to sieve for materials, or you have to burn EMC for materials. Actually getting out here and mining, it's kind of cathartic, actually. Now, I'm sure I'll probably change my mind on that after about 6.5 hours of it. Here's some coal. I don't want to skip that. And there's some bauxite there too. Nice. Bauxite is fairly important because aluminum is used for a lot more than you might realize. Oh, this thing is a little slow. Well, I mean, it's not real slow. It's just, it felt like it was slower there. But it lasts a long time. So that's nice. I'm not sure what the mining level of the sapphire pick is. There's some lead. Grab that because we'll need that for IC2. There's basalt. And there's Y level 11, which is my preferred mining level for early game, because it gives you the opportunity to find redstone, gold, iron, diamonds, and coal. And black quartz, apparently. There's my first redstone. Tech tree start. I already got a resonating crystal. Unfortunately, extra utilities 2 actually requires a little bit of work in this pack. Early game, Tinker's Construct in the very beginning of Immersive Engineering is all that's available to you. I kind of want to keep going until I find my first diamonds, because it's always tradition for Minecraft series when you're doing one in an open walkabout world to show the first diamond. So I'm kind of hoping I can find one. There's some hardened stone from Environmental Tech, which as far as I can tell is just regular stone that's a little more creeper proof. It is used for some crafting recipes here and there, but there we go, more sapphires. Sapphire pick does feel like it's a little slower than the iron pick, but it just lasts so long. Some more iron and some redstone. Lapis. Here's some coal with some black quartz in it. I am very close to a lava pool. I think it's on the other side of this basalt. So I'm going to gather this bauxite, but I'm going to be real careful. There's more silver. That's nice, because silver I remember being a pain in the ass to find. Looks like there's one more piece up there. And there's some black quartz too. I wonder what the black quartz equipment's like as far as durability. The pickaxe is pretty crud. Yep, there's my lava. So, we'll just build a bridge across that. Oh, and a tunnel. And an enemy somewhere in said tunnel. Block that. Prepare to fight. Oh, hi. Resonating ore. Again, one of those mods that I'm light years away from at the moment, but it's still nice to have it early. Yellowite. Again. Light years away, but it's nice to have found it this early. Bauxite, though. I will definitely take all the bauxite I can find. Alright. We'll check out over here. Not really expecting to find too much. There's some gold. We'll definitely take that. So I do remember gold being one of the stopgaps in this pack. There's a couple of things that early on you need gold to find. Or you need gold to build, rather. Osmium, not so much. But we'll take it anyway. There's some more lead. Definitely take that. There's some more lapis. Bauxite. Even more lead. Nickel. Chameleon ore. Oh, inventory's full. Throw out the hardened stone. Nickel really is difficult to see. There's some silver up there I didn't get. Silver is kind of important in the early game for me because I like using glass fiber cables for my C2. And silver is one of the things that's required to make the glass fiber cables. So I like finding a source of silver real early. And there in the edge, you can see one of the things that I kind of don't like about this pack. That zombie is wearing refined glowstone armor. I was gonna see if I could burn him, but apparently went all around him. Oh, a resonating crystal. We will definitely take that. I'll throw out the andesite to take that. More resonating ore. I was gonna say, don't tell me he found a way around that. There's a lot of coal here, but I really kind of want to find diamond. So I'm going to skip some of this for now. I'm too high up for diamond. I need to go back down. Some lapis up here, which I'll take. Okay, and I'll have to throw something out. Let's get rid of the limestone. Alright. Well, I'm not going to find any diamond all the way up there. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and cross over to where Zombie Bro came from. Hi. Sucks to be you. Diamond? Anyone? No? No diamond? Damn. Come on, I really want my first diamonds. I've already been over here, as is evident by the torch. So let's go over here and toss a little bit of my cobblestone into... Yeah, I'll toss the marble and the alabaster in there too, just to get it out of my inventory. And we'll go over here. We'll check out what, if anything, is over here. Doesn't look like anything. Damn. Anything through here? No, now I'm getting too high up again. There's another piece of lapis up there. So we'll take that. Just drop back down here. Pick up this redstone. This redstone is very important. And I'm going to branch mine for another minute or two. Well, not branch mine, but just straight mine. Branch mining comes later. This feels kind of pointless. So, let's go this way. probably should be doing most of my mining in the mining world. I'm not sure if there's increased ore spawn there, but it kind of feels like there is. It just feels like everything's so much more common there. Dig our way in here and see if there's any diamonds to be found. So far, nothing. Bit of coal, which just burned. Another piece of gold. Can this pickaxe mine obsidian? No. Another piece of resonating. There's some osmium. I don't care about osmium at the moment. I'm honestly not even sure why I'm picking up the resonating. It's going to be ages before I can use it. Same with the uranium. Don't know why I'm even picking it up. Wow. Am I just unlucky with diamond today, or what? Very unlucky with diamond. Alright, well. Continue onward. And I broke my pick. Shit. Alright, well, I don't have another pick on me, so... That... Not spawn. So used to going to spawn. Alright, so that is going to end my first mining trip. It's also going to end this episode. So, boink. Yeah, it threw me off for a second there. Yeah, that's going to end my first mining trip as well. So, what I'm going to do is, off camera, I'm going to continue my mining trip. I'm going to get a good stockpile of resources. I'm going to go ahead and get all of the rest of this grout smelted. To gather a whole bunch of seared brick. We'll get some stone here. And I'm going to take a few more sapphires and make myself a few sapphire picks. And we'll go down into the depths again and we'll see how we fare with these. And once I find my first diamonds, I will start the camera again so that we can share in the moment of the first diamond. We'll put all this stuff away, and there we go. So, thank you guys for watching. It's been Night Dagger with Age of Engineering, Episode 2. Hope you guys are enjoying the series so far. I know we haven't really accomplished a whole lot yet, but we're getting there. This is one of those packs that's going to take a little while to ramp up, but once it does, we'll be able to do some really cool stuff. So, hope you guys are enjoying the series so far. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you later, peeps.